Hey everybody, hey, the sun is shining, snow's melting, it warmed up. Been in about the 40s lately, so hopefully we'll get rid of some of this stuff. Makes winter a little shorter when February gets days like this for this in Nebraska for us. Well, there's the girls. We got, what, 4 more weeks to go? Right at 4 weeks, might be seeing the first babies. Right up here, Dub. The kind of blackish one looking at you, she could be. But when we did ultrasounds and when I saw people or saw some of the ewes getting bred, she may be one of the first ones. We'll see. So we'll kind of keep an eye on everybody. But Dub, you're going to be here. She had triplets last year, and I believe when we did the ultrasound, it looked like triplets again this year. So last year she had some bad luck. She laid on one, and one died. So she ended up just with, out of the 3, she ended up with only one of them. So we'll hope for better luck this year. We'll see what happens. All right, here's what we're gonna do today. I get questions, and I get some questions for you guys here in the comment section. I have a Facebook page. If you haven't gone to it yet, I'll put a link in the description, but you can just go to Facebook, type in Full Curl Trophy Sheep, and you'll find me. I get questions there, and some of the Facebook groups, I get a lot of questions from people. Feed is probably one, and that's one we'll go over, not today, but another video. We're gonna go over some of my stuff on my feed again. I get asked a lot. I've done videos on it, but people keep asking, and there's always new subscribers coming around. So we'll do something on that later. But today, another question I get a lot is, especially when people are starting with Painted Desert, they're not familiar with them, it's, what's a Gold Star ram? How do they measure Gold Star rams, and a little bit of information on that. The Gold Star ram, you take measurements when they total up to a score of 94 is your total score. That makes a Gold Star ram. If you've got some good genetics, if you're hoping you have some good genetics, you're hoping you can get a ram that'll make Gold Star by the time they're, say, 24 to 30 months. Sometimes you'll go 36 months, but somewhere in that 2 to 3 year period. It's great if you can be right at 2, but somewhere in that 2 to 3 year period, you'd like to see if you can get your 94 inches scored. Now in my case, I thought Stu here was going to be my first chance at a Gold Star ram. I thought Stu was definitely going to make it to Gold Star. I was sure of that. I was looking forward to that. Unfortunately, if you've followed with me all along for quite a while now, you know that I lost Stu a couple months ago. He died. If you're new, well, some things happen with sheep. In this situation, I do believe Stu and a ewe both end up with barber pole worms, and Prohibit is about the only wormer that works for that. You could not get it. Another one of the supply chain issues, could not get Prohibit, tried everywhere, tried every other wormer we could. It wasn't doing any good. My daughter finally found some Prohibit on eBay, but by the time we got it, it was too late. We lost both of them. But that brings me to what we're gonna do today. When Stu died, I did save the head. I got the skull inside. I think we're gonna pull it out in the sunshine. I'm gonna take a tape measure to it, and we're gonna measure where Stu was at. He wasn't Gold Star. I know he wasn't that because he was only 20 months old when he died, so we know he wasn't Gold Star. But I know he was getting up there, and I thought today, let's put a tape on his horns, take a measurement, and you can kind of see how it's done when people are measuring for a Gold Star ram. All right, well, here is old Stu. I guess I shouldn't say old, he was only 20 months old, but I didn't do anything with it. When I got done, I took the head off. I just threw it in the barn. It's been laying in here since then. So now we're gonna go ahead and get a measurement on him. We'll see what we got. We're gonna take 3 measurements on each side. Let me start digging out. First thing, for a tape, a lot of people like to use these flexible tapes instead of a metal one, so that way you can bend it around a little bit more. Let me dig out. Give me a card to write on, pen, and most importantly, because I won't be able to see anything, a set of glasses. First thing we're going to do, we're going to measure, we'll start here on the right horn, and we're going to measure the length of the horn. We come down the top, we put it right at the hairline, get right down here at the hairline, and we run right down the top. And you just keep running down there. Sometimes you got to turn it just a little. Turn it a little more. Hold on to it here. Turn it down. And we're going to measure by 1/8 of an inch. And I got 27 1/4. So 27 2/8. So we'll take the right horn. And I have 27 2/8. Now you can see if I'm good at math or not for this. We're over here. All right, let's do the left one right away. We might as well just go down and do them that way. Again, we're going to go right down top of the horn. And you just got to kind of rotate it around as he comes around. Turn it a bit. And here we're going to be 26 7/8. So on the left side, 26 7/8. All right, so we know the horn length, so he's not a 30-inch ram. A lot of people in shooters, when they're doing for hunting and shooters, a lot of times there they always say a 30-inch ram, a 20 to 30 inch or a 30 inch and above. That's kind of the way shooters talk. They don't care too much on Gold Star. It's just your ram was over 30 inches of length. That's pretty much all they look at. Now, the next thing we're going to do, and I got some hair here, but hey, if you're doing a live one, you want to measure the diameter of the base as close to the hairline as you can without getting on top of any hair. So we'll see what we can do here. Hang on, I got to tuck that in back there. And right there, I'm going to have a 9-inch base on the right side. So we got a 9-inch base on the right side. Let's see what we get on the left side. And you got to take, whether you'll be able to see it, there's an indentation right in here. When you're measuring, you don't want to pull it straight across, you lose. You want to make sure the tape lays flat on the horn all the way, even inside that small indentation. You're gaining points when you do that, so you want to make sure you get it down in and get it up by that hairline. The toughest part is getting in close on the hairline without getting hair. 9 1/8. So we're going to go 9 1/8. Now, one more measurement to take. And what we're going to do, he had a 27 2/8 was his length on the right horn. So half of that is 13 6/8. Does that sound good to you guys? 13 1/2, 13 5/8. So 13 5/8 down. We're going to measure down. Down here. Now I'm going to take my pen, put a little mark. Okay, there's 13 5/8. That's halfway down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to measure the diameter again. And again, the horn has got a spot where it goes in, so make sure you lay it down there flat. And it's going to be easier if I do that one this way. There we go. And right here I have 6 3/4 or 6 6/8. It's right horn, 6 6/8. Oh, I'm liking this. It's going to be, so far we got pretty even numbers. All right, so what do we have over here? We had 26 7/8, so we're going to call that 13 1/2. That'll be a 1/16 of an inch off, but we'll go 13 1/2. So we'll come right in here, down there, right there. Let me mark that horn. There's 13.5. Push it in on that indentation on the other side so you don't miss out on that. And now I'm going to have 6 and 6/8. Same as the other one. So I got 6 and 6/8. All right, now I got to start math. I get a point here. I got 28, 28, and 9 and 6 is 15. 43 on the right side. All right, there's 1 and 6/8. So I got 1 and 6/8 there. I got 35, 41, so I'll have 42 and 6/8 with the 43. That will give me 85 and 6/8. So my total score for Stu is 85 and 6/8. And as I said, you need 94 to be Gold Star. So at 20 months old, he was less than 9 points. He was only 8 points away from a Gold Star at 20 months old. Would he have made it at 24? No, he probably wouldn't have made it at 24. I would say by 30, he probably could have made his Gold Star by 30. So it's kind of disappointing when you lose him, when you know, I didn't know when I got him, but after I had him for a while and as fast as he was growing, I could see he was it. I thought this is going to be the Gold Star ram. Unfortunately, that's the way things work. When you have livestock, they don't always go the way you want it to go. So we did what we get. Now we'll wait for Stoney. Stoney's a little slower. I think Stoney, I don't know if Stoney will make it at 30 months. Stoney's probably going to be somewhere between 30 and 36 is where Stoney should go for a Gold Star. I'd like to think he would anyway. But anyway, that's what I wanted to do today. I thought I'd take a minute, show you. I get a lot of questions about a Gold Star. What is a Gold Star? And as you can see, old Stu at 20 months was a pretty decent ram. And he still had a long way to go to be a Gold Star. So it takes a heck of a ram to make that Gold Star. And that's why people are so proud when they get one. So, and hopefully it won't be long and I'll have one too. Hey, that's all I got now. 4 weeks, we got babies, but I'll probably be back in a couple weeks. Maybe we'll talk about feed the next time. We'll see what happens. Thanks for sticking with me.